What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a profitable week. It's pretty much my first real week back, where I kind of watched the markets all week long this week, and it was a good one to come back to. Uh, let's go ahead and get started here on what should be a pretty eventful uh, week ahead of us, right? So, from a macro level, we just found out that Russia is being disconnected from SWIFT, right? So it'll be interesting to see how markets respond to that. But we're going to go ahead and just look at the technicals. It's tough to say, based off the macros, what's going on. But if you recall last week, um, I pointed out a couple levels, 4160 and 4120. I said that if we got below those levels, that opens the door down here towards 3800, 3850. That hasn't happened yet, right? So we hit those levels. I notified on Twitter. I'm going long. Went long. Had a great couple trades there. Left some money on the table, but a win's a win, right? So what now? All right. Well, you'll recall that on Friday I said, all right, I want to take a short here. This 40, 43, 45 was like 43, 42 on Friday, right? And I took that short, and I ended up closing that short, and I took a loss, right? But I wanted to. This is the 4-day, 30 moving average, and it's also the bottom of the 1x Bollinger Band, as well as the 8 EMA here. So there was a cluster of resistance in this 40 zone, and of course we just went right through it, easy peasy, no problem, right? So what now, right? Well, I would assume a couple things here. We're kind of in the middle of no man's land. Right? What do I mean by this? Well, immediately below us, we now have this 43.45 that's needs to act as support, right? Well, that's only 35 points away. All right. Immediately above us, we've got the 20 SMA and the 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average is at 44.50. But more importantly, right above us at 44.08 is the 20 SMA, right? Which is also what? 38 points away, right? So, between those two, it's kind of like a no trade, right? Like there's not really a trade to be had, in my opinion, where we're currently at. Now, there might be a trade to be had at that 20 SMA, and there might be a trade to be had at the 4-day 30 moving average down at 43.45. But right smack here where we're at, we got to sit on our hands, right, and see what happens. So what do I think is going to happen over the coming days, right? Well, I think we're going to see that 43.42 trade, and I think we're going to see that 20 SMA trade as well. Right? I think we're going to see both. Which one comes first? I don't know. I can't really tell you. If we're gonna rally the entire week, I would assume that the 43.40 test, or I'm sorry, the 42.40 test would come first, right? That would be the first spot to be tested. Then we go on with the rally. We test there. If we go up without back testing that 43.40 spot, then I'm gonna short. I'm either gonna short at the 20 SMA, or I'm gonna short at up here, right, which we'll get into in a second. All right. So we kind of got to see what comes first. Either the 20 SMA trades first, which is at 44, 10 or whatever, 8 right now, or this right here, this 43.45 trades. All right. Now, as far as overshoots, right? So let's say we go down to this 43.45. Bears, want to get it below that, obviously, but bulls really want to hold this 43.20 now. All right, so if you remember, like a few weeks back when we were trading over here, that 43.20 and that 43.30 were really important levels. Same story, right? They're gonna we're gonna want to hold this, mainly this close here, 43.08, would probably be like the absolute extreme that I would expect a pullback, assuming that we're bullish here and we're gonna continue higher. So any sort of like pullback down there, 43.08 up to like 43.30, I'm gonna be probably a buyer again, right? I'm probably gonna reload. And as far as upside targets, if we can clear this 20 SMA here at 44.10, we're gonna like 100% go up here, which is, this is a couple things, right? If we take the volume profile for the previous down move before we went on to make these all-time highs, right? You'll see that the point of control for that is what? 44.48, right? Basically 44.50. If we take the point of control from this high down to here, right? Then you'll see the point of control is what? 44.71. Okay? So this 20, and also, it's also right here, this yellow is the 200-day moving average, 44.50, 450. All right, so this area here is like going to be the absolute maximum possible resistance, that can occur, right? So basically put this on your chart for upside, right? If 44.50 to 44.75, that 25-point pocket is, that's the absolute must hold spot, or we're going to new all-time highs, right? So like, whoa, I just blew people's minds probably, right? 44.50 to 44.75 holds, or we're going to new all-time highs, right? I just said that, right? That's going to be a thing. So basically, I think that test is probably going to be occurring, but I can't say for certain until we clear the 20 SMA, right? The 20 SMA is kind of like the gold standard for trends. All right, so the 8 and the 20, right? So if we're above the 20, like if we're getting a daily close above the 20, 44.50 to 44.75 is coming. All right. Bears would have to negate it the very next candle, showing that it's a false breakout for that not to occur. But there's the odds of that trading if we close above the 20 SMA go up tremendously. Like you're talking like 80-90%. So the first test is going to be this 44.12. So I can't tell you that we're going to go see that 44.55 to 75 zone until we clear 44.12, because 44.12 in its own right is major resistance. That's the 20 SMA, right? That determines the trend. Above the 20 SMA, we're in a bullish trend. Below the 20 SMA, we're in a bearish trend. Simple as that. So this is going to be, the 44.12 is a test in of itself. And if the bulls can get that above, we're going to have that very important test up here. This whole cluster is just even up here. Here's the 30 EMA, right, for the 4-day chart, right? There's just this 30-point cluster of resistance is going to be biblical. All right, and if if bulls are able to push through this, this squeeze potential that's going to be unleashed here is like astronomical. Like it's going to be like some shit we've probably never seen before. So this area is going to be absolutely massive resistance if we get there. And I do think that we probably will get there, right? That's just my personal opinion. So that's the bullish case, right? So again, just a quick recap. We got a quick test at 44.10ish, 44.12 at the 20 SMA. Above there, I'm expecting 44.50 to 44.88 to trade. I know that's a 38 point range, but there's resistance at every one of those points. You got the point of control at 44.50 from the previous move. You got our point of control at 44.71 from the top here down to the bottom. So this entire range on the down move, 44.71. You've got the 200-day moving average at 44.55. You've got the 30 EMA for the 4-day chart, which is what we're looking at 44.88. So you have tremendous. You've got the top of the beginning of the value area highs at the point of control almost exactly as well, right, from the previous range as well. So this 44.78 is a well-defined level. Okay, so tremendous amount of resistance there. So if I'm gonna short, that's where I'm gonna short. I am not shorting this prior to that. Okay, this is for me buy the dip. So right now, if I'm going to short, I am not entering a short position until we're trading up here so basically another 100 points higher. I will not short prior to that after we closed above this 43.45, right? Because this was the spot. 43.45 was the spot. They didn't do it, so now this is the spot. All right, so that's where we're at for the bulls. For the bears, again, they need to get this down right now, and they need to break 43.45 immediately, and they need to really get it back below the where the hell is it? This close here. What is this close? 44.23.25. They need to get it back below this, right? So we need to close back in this last 3 days right here in this value area. We need to get closes back down in here, and that's going to signal bears are back in control. You can go back down. All right, so that's what I think, but ultimately I don't think we're going to have another major down leg until we see these upper targets, right? Now, why was I so bullish here, right? So I'm just going to explain my, my quote-unquote data. I'm gonna be a shill. I'll explain the data service here, right? So basically the way that my shit works is we violated the red band here, which ultimately was a buy signal. Granted, you took a lot of heat. Like I'm not going to lie to you here. There's 60 points we went outside this thing. Traded sideways, then we went up, rest is history, right? The way this stuff works is, so this was the first violation, all right? The second opportunity at this band is called the higher low, right? So even though price made a new low, it didn't make a new low in terms of the band, right? So buying at this red band was the higher low in terms of my system, right? So it goes outside, goes to the red. The next one, I'm expecting the black to hold. That's basically how this works, right? So the next major buy for me is going to probably be near the black. That might be over here. It might be at the end of March or something, and we have a new low down at 38.50 or something like that. That's how this stuff works. But anyways, that's what the data service is. Data service did really, really well here this week. That buy paid for your year of quote unquote service. There's 4 slots remaining, and then it's capped at 20, just for a multitude of reasons. But just want to keep in mind that you're not getting the indicators. You're simply getting a stream that shows what these things are doing. This works on every time frame. That's the beauty of it. It shows it what's happening on the 15-minute, shows what's happening on the hour, 4 hour, and the daily, and it's across like a dozen tickers or so, and it's like I said, yeah. You log in, you look at the stream. There's a Discord channel as well that tells you alerts, blah 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 blah. But anyways, 4 slots remaining. If anyone's interested, go to the website. Please make sure to email me. I think I need to update the website, but I don't know if you just pay. I can't. I have no way of contacting you, right? If you're not putting in your information anywhere, how am I supposed to reach you? You know what I'm saying? So please email me like the site says to do, or DM me on Twitter. But all right, guys, have a good one, and hope everyone has a profitable week.